Hi guys, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a great day, and a big thank you to everybody that has subscribed. So the weather today has really been mixed, and because my lighting isn't great, I do need to I do need to invest in some decent lighting that I can pop up behind, and just so I don't have to rely on sunshine and weather. But yeah, it was really dark earlier on and raining. Now it's brightened up quite a lot and the sun's almost coming out. So that said, I'm really looking forward to getting back to reacting to this band. And the band in question is Porcupine Tree. I keep saying porcupine. And I kind of felt really guilty when I realised I hadn't reacted to for a while. So the track I'm going to be reacting to is called Drown With Me. It's from the album In Absentia, and that was their 7th studio album from September 2002. Now I believe I read a little bit about this album, and there is a suggestion that it might be a concept album, but not in description, but in kind of practice it might be a concept album. The first track I actually reacted to off his album was Blackest Eyes. That was really good. I think that was about a serial killer or something along those lines, and the music was like fantastic. So yeah, Porcupine Tree consists of Stephen Wilson on vocals, acoustic and electric guitar, Richard Barbieri on synths, mellotron and organ, Colin Edwin on bass, and Gavin Harrison on drums and percussion. Like I say, it's been a long time since I've reacted to this band, so without further ado, this is Porcupine Tree with Drown With Me. And I think this is a lyrical video, so the lyrics will appear on screen as well. Sorry to pause there. Actually, I'm just going to say it's really interesting. Again, we're on to the theme of it sounds like maybe actual death, imagined death, imagined murder, a actual murder, and so to me there is maybe a theme in this album. I need to listen to a few more tracks from it, but it's a song that started with so much intent and power. I really loved how paced it was. It seems like somebody's like, I can imagine that if I was in the head of the protagonist, you're furiously putting together ideas of maybe how you're going to lure this person to either commit suicide with you, or maybe you're furiously putting ideas together on how to do away with this person because you think it's what she needs. And that would be the mind of a psychopath, I'm guessing. So you're kind of putting all your plans together. That's kind of what I'm getting from this track so far. Let me just take that back a touch. Alright guys, that was a Porcupine Tree with Drown With Me, and I really like the fact that the lyrics came up because I was able to follow the story as it went on, and also it's easier to somehow match the lyrics with the music as it happens. And I'm sorry if I seemed distracted at some point. A, the cat came in, and B, I was just making a few notes as well. So yeah, I mean that was a great solid track. I'm not sure. I'd say I can't remember quite what the Blackest Eyes, how that went, but this had so much force and power, but it had its really kind of gentle, quiet moments as well. And one thing that kind of stood out for me in this track musically was the guitar. It was fantastic, and it was really sort of soaring at one point. It was like a really unstoppable force. So let me just take that back to about, I think it's about 311 maybe. I mean, this is incredible guitar. kind of thing I'd expect from like Steve Hackett type. Start again. Yeah, the power of that guitar, it's like the blood flowing through your veins. You want to be in action. You want to be in motion with the sound of that guitar. And then, interestingly, about 3:35, it went kind of really quiet, as if it was, as if the protagonist of the song was thinking out like a sermon or something. It was really weird. It's almost like a spiritual moment. Let's see if I can get that right. It's almost like the protagonist is actually writing an obituary for her, even though it's not. It's just a description of what and how and where. It does kind of feel like it's delivered in that sort of sermon or an obituary type way. So this is really, really cool song. I enjoyed this. I probably should because of I think it's quite a dark song, but ultimately it's fantastically produced and executed, both lyrically and musically. The harmonies were just right. They came in at the right points, where you needed to sort of express and double down on the lyrics. Yeah, it's just really, really cool song. I'm gonna go through the lyrics now a little bit. Even though they came up on screen, I want to see what, maybe if I can make further sense of what I thought it was about. So I don't think it's like literally what it's saying. I think there may be like a non-literal. I think it's maybe referring to. There could be two different scenarios in this track. So here we go. Drown with me. Say you have been of use, and you have been abused. You know you look pale today. Your lipstick has gone astray. You sold out and lost your looks. You gave away all your books. So it seems to me that he's maybe talking to this woman. He's maybe talking about this woman. But this is the perception that she has sacrificed. She's maybe wasted so much, in the opinion of a protagonist, and she should join him in an act of something, whether that's an act of suicide or an act of allowing him to do away with her for his own sick purposes. It's utter self-destruction. You should drown with me. Your coil has been wound up tight. Unwind it with me tonight. So there you go. It's confirmation of his intentions. You should drown with me. The tire tracks fresh on the ground, where she will be found, held under water, resting there in the stream. View from the cold water, buried in green. Orange fills the sky. So he's acting out in his head what would happen and how it would look and where it would take place, and even to the setting. So it's almost like he's trying to plan this in his mind, and it's almost as if he's saying it in that kind of an obituary type. She was found, or in a newspaper headline way of how she was found and where it was. And you're drowning in family there when you come up for air. You should drown with me. Don't feel you let them down because they're already drowned. So he's basically saying your family is doing you no good. Your family are killing you. They're suffocating you. So you might as well come to me and I'll do it for you. Coming up for air. If you want to set your spirit free, come with me. That's what it kind of feels like. So brilliant lyrics. And it's nice to be back listening to some Porcupine Tree. And Stephen Wilson is quite a genius. Let's have a look actually who wrote this. Written by Gavin. It says "Drown with Me" as lyrics written by Gavin Richard Harrison. Oh, Gavin Harrison and Colin Edwin. Okay, so this wasn't written by Stephen Wilson, but it's on the same theme. It's written by Gavin Harrison and Colin Bosch. Let's see what the comments say on this on YouTube. Always interesting to see what people know about this track. Oh, there's only 7 comments. Typical of me to pick the one video. It's got yes, it does have elements of depression in. Going by the lyrics, it does have that feeling in this. Either way, it's a catchy backing track, I must admit. A touch of a Manics in it as well. Yeah, I guess when this came out 2002, so Manic Street Preachers would have been well and truly around. I mean, Manic Street Preachers been around since about 1991. So yeah, no, it's a really cool track. I really enjoyed that. Again, another really solid track from them. There was a live kind of version of this, but I didn't want to risk reacting to it in case it got blocked. But I'm really happy to do this, and hopefully this one won't get blocked either. So guys, let me know what you think or feel about this track, and is there something about this album that makes it a concept album? Certainly from the ideas that I've got from maybe reading a few comments regarding this group, I do get the impression that there is a concept going on here, but I could be completely wrong. The next 3 tracks I listen to could be about love and happiness. Who knows? So yeah, join me in the comments below. Look forward to reading them. And until next time, take care of yourselves and have a great super day and week.